The map that Harstem chose is Cloud Kingdom, by the way. That was a little bit funny, because before the game, Harstem told me, oh, well, I just hope it's Johnny Recco and not Bling, not Bly. I was like, well, it's Bly. And then he said Cloud. I was like, what does Cloud have to do with this? And he's like, Cloud. And I'm a question mark. He's like, Cloud Kingdom. But,
not Carlo.
Genius.
Players that will be eligible for the voting: Nerchio and Bling, TT1, Cats and Vibe from North America, Hart Huangson, Crink and Sleep, all qualified from...
I'm really sorry to interrupt you there, but Harstem just rallied over one of his first probes across the map.
Are you serious, Harstem? This is how we're going to close out the day.
And he's going to gateway cannon or something? What is this, man? This has to be a gate, no? Because there's no reason why you would build a forge over here.
I don't have any idea.
It has
Kevin.
to be a gate.
Yep, it is in fact.
It's going to be another gate?
If Bly tries to hatch first.
Bly in general does not hatch first very often. I'd be very surprised.
This is still a tough hold, even with a 14 pool. And it's only one gate. I've actually seen builds like this before.
Okay, Bly is going to spot it right now, so we're probably morph in the spawning pool immediately.
He was going to hatch first. He was up to 15 drones.
Might be 15 pool.
Maybe.
I mean, Bly has funky build orders. We all know that.
That's very, very true. Crazy opening here. And what is this going to turn into? I mean, he just makes like 3 zealots and puts them on hold position on the ramp, and then puts his nexus down.
And then a queen will come over here and
shoot the zealots to death.
Yeah. I think he's just gonna rally in 2 zealots as quick as possible and try to pick off a drone or 3, and then he will already feel this was worth the investment. Crazy opening over here by Harstem, man. And if this works, you know what I'm gonna play.
Man, I don't know.
It's all gonna come down to the drone micro of Bly.
Yeah, well, I think what we're gonna see is a spine crawler go down immediately. First zealot, is not coming until the pro.
Bly's making an extractor. Will this be Ukraine star build, man?
Oh no! It might be.
Get a taste of your own medicine, Harstem.
Look, Harstem's doing what I said.
For now, unless he waits for a second zealot. No, maybe you're right. Maybe he's just locking Bly up. But then the first queen will just make his way. Oh, is this? Yeah, this is a full rep right now. He is actually doing what you said. Wow, who could have thought?
I could have thought.
Roach is in production. Roach 1 going up right now for Bly. He's already mining from the extract, so I guess it's not going to be speed links. That's Bly knows about this. He sees it with the overload, obviously. It's great.
Very interesting. Now behind this, Harstem's just expanding.
Taking a look at the work account right now. Well, here comes that queen, man.
This was well predicted on all sides.
Not the toughest of predictions we've ever made. Well, yours was, mine wasn't. It seemed like a reasonable response.
Alright, so let's look at the income tab and try to determine whether or not this is worth it.
He has a lead. Nexus is going up. Seems pretty worth it so far, but the problem I have with kind of builds like this, Ben, is there are so many all-ins, which are really, really hard to spot. Like, the moment he sacrifices these 3 zealots, he will spot it, but then you're gonna have to build a lot of cannons at your natural, and by the time that you're able to somehow deal with that, I think it's sort of even again, because then Zerg will be able to expand as well. If Zerg would have gone for something like Nidus, I always think it's hard to defend. Good sacrifice there from that 1 zealot. Harstem knows exactly what's up. Maybe leave one Ling behind.
It's almost a shame that he lost the probe. After the army left, he could have... Okay, the Lings will stay behind to clean this up. I was going to say he could have thrown down a cannon there and delay further. But obviously, he probably can't afford that. He has thrown down 3 cannons at his front back at home. I think Harstem's going to be just fine.
Yeah, he's going to be more than fine. Bly knows it as well. Bly has the overload over here. So he's just going to take out these buildings immediately. And then he's going to still expand. What a crazy game. What a weird scenario to start things off with.
Harstem saying, I don't want to play your weird game. You're going to play my weird game. Now, I think the gateway might be susceptible to these roaches.
Yeah, maybe 3 roaches from here, right?
Yeah.
We will see about that. Harstem has 1 probe over here. That's nice. This is going to allow him to scout, because it's still... This also means that everything for Harstem is quite late, and he wants to know what's going on. How crazy is this going to be? How... Bly's is going to try to walk in.
Go for it, and the Zealots were not on hold position, and oh my goodness.
It's close.
Will it? Oh, beautiful pylon goes down, and that's going to complete the wall. It's a trap.
Wow, that was so close. That would have almost worked for Bly. Bly is not afraid, man. He's never afraid.
What a crazy game.
He just sees something, goes for it immediately.
Probe checks, sees the hatch. Harstem now knows that Bly is going to try, at least in some capacity, to macro behind this.
And Harstem has a 7 worker late, and he has 3 cannons in his natural, which is actually very nice throughout the rest of the game. It's so nice you never have to worry about a counter-attack anymore.
That's a really good point. 3 cannons and plenty of pylons powering them. Harstem is in an okay position. This is a bizarre position, but he is safe and stable. He's ahead in bases. He's ahead in workers. He's going to stay ahead in workers for at least 3 more minutes.
Man, I like that opening.
I'm telling you, man, 3 zealots on hold position on the ramp.
But what do you do if there's already a drone out on the map? Like if the drone would have just be out already.
Somewhere else. Yeah. I don't actually know. I can't say that I've played that out very often.
Because then you're gonna either have to give up your ramp, and your opponent's gonna have an expand already. It's kind of like a cannon rush, you know. But cannon rush you don't really fully wall off anymore. It's kind of the whole same idea, but that means that if Zerg just expands somewhere else, I'm not sure how good it really is. But in this game, that's all that matters. It turned out really quite good for Harstem. Harstem is still 7 workers ahead. It's gonna get a robo as well. +1 is on the way.
I guess the real danger of a build like that is any kind of faster than normal pool. 13 pool, 12 pool. You kinda
6 pool.
You're kind of dead.
6 pool, you're so dead.
Yeah, in case of any of that.
8 pool, you're dead. 9 pool, you're dead.
But I'm thinking more specifically of like Nurtio builds, where he'll 12 pool or 13 pool, and just pretty much shut down something like that.
Bly is doing a good job in catching up in workers, as we can see all the time. 7 to 8 drones in production. That's exactly what he needs. Harstem has been quite blind right now for quite a while, and he's even getting 1 immortal. 2. It's going to be immortal all in, I think.
Ooh, it's going to be a pretty good follow-up, Kev.
Yep. A lot of gates. Harstem is going to follow this up with the immortal all in, and I guess I can't blame him after a start like that. Why would you let it go up to 3 bases? Why would you let both players macro up and then know you're eventually still going to face a maxed out army? Why you can just hit a timing that's normally already very hard to hit, very hard to stop for a Zerg. And with a worse economy, I guess it's going to be close to impossible.
I think Bly is almost going to be in a recoverable position. He's got 6 more drones popping out. If he stops right now and starts making units.
Does he have the roach war? Yeah, of course he made a lot of roach earlier on already, but he doesn't have roach speed.
He's not going to have roach speed for a while. But Harstem's attack's not going to come. Well, it's going to come pretty soon. Actually.
Yeah,
he's got 2 immortals out already. He's going to go with 3, I believe.
Yep, 3 immortals. Now he's going to get the War Prism. Going to follow it up with an observer as well. Bly is getting a Spire, man.
Ooh, dangerous decision.
Yeah, I don't think the Mutas are going to be out in time. He needs to buy 80 more seconds. And now what I mentioned earlier is so important. Counter-attack, he doesn't have to worry about it. He has 3 cannons over here. That's so nice.
Should probably go ahead and wall off. He does.
3 cannons and 8 gates.
And look how great this building placement has been for him. Like I don't know how planned this was, but that's perfect positioning for every part of this game.
Bly realized that Mutas are not going to be out in time, that he won't be able to save time either with a counter-attack. So he's going to try to get a Hydra switch. He's going to try to be as active as possible with these links, try to buy time for himself. Hydra's, of course, not a wrong decision, but will he be able to muster out enough of them?
Yeah, does he have time is the real question. Ling Hydra can totally crush something like this if you have enough and if you position it correctly. Now,
8 Hydras in production?
It's still going to be really close. I mean, I think Harstem has executed this just about as well as
I
he
like
could
this
ever
by Bly. Bly just sacrificing this base for now, but he's going to have to worry a little bit. If all of those Hydras die, a lot of those Hydras are in production over here.
No, and they are rallied back, but they're going to get so force-fielded. Harstem is all over this. He knows exactly what's happening, and he's going to force this fight. Yep, right. Again, another right decision from Bly, but unfortunately, I think he's run out of time, Kev.
Those Hydras, he really needed those Hydras. He has 7 Hydras in production right now. A couple of them will spawn real soon, but this is so nice to force field.
There's just no way. Lings do get in. But not enough, man.
Very good force fields by Harstem, and of course,
War Prism is shut down.
War Prism died to the Hydra. Didn't see that either. That's a very nice start for Bly, but he's gonna need more than just that.
I'm afraid that maybe with the this is just too narrow, man.
Yeah.
You can't fight back this far. Bly was forced back and forced back and forced back, and Harstem is the guy that pulls out the crazy unorthodox build and makes it work here against a very capable opponent, Ukrainian champion, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the champion of Ukraine. won the recent WCS qualifiers there, took out Wydra in a nail-biting final. If you guys have not seen those finals yet, you should really check them out. Absolutely fantastic games by Bly. And Wydra Bly will call GG. And Harstem.
Bly and Harstem knocks off the champ. There is one more European Gauntlet, and Harstem will be the guy that will represent at the beginning of that. So Bly, his reign is short-lived. What a crazy game that was.
Yeah, Bly does not qualify himself for the fan voting.
I do not want to see that on ladder.
Well, I really think it all comes down to will there be a drone out or not. But I guess a lot of Zergs, when they see a proxy gate, they get quite worried straight away. The last thing they think about is expanding.
Oh yeah.
They think about dealing with the zealots.
You don't see that and think to yourself, he's going to contain me.
Yeah.
That's not what you think at all. You're like, holy crap, I'm getting proxy. You're going to think proxy 2 gate. But
exactly.
In this case,
so I guess that's the reason why Bly did not expand immediately. Harstem played it out very well, and as you said, Ben, he will carry the Gauntlet to next week. I'm so envious to see how Harstem will do next week.
I cannot wait either, Kev. What a great day it's been. 9 excellent games. Johnny Rico, the big story, wins 4. Bling also well, I can't say continues, but he solidified himself as the strongest Gauntlet player thus far, picking up 2 more wins that go with the 4 he got last week. European Gauntlet continues next Wednesday. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
It is. Okay, and the following Wednesday will be
10
the final
Pacific, and of course 7 CET. So for the guys who want to play, who've been watching today and haven't been picked, next week, I think today we really gave a lot of opportunities to new faces to come up. People were mad before because we only picked all the pro players. Well, I think today we really gave a lot of opportunities to everyone out there.
I'm excited to see if Harstem can continue his run next week. He's a really good player and a guy I like a lot. I practiced with him some when I was in Europe. I'm proud to say that I once went, I think, 2-3 against him in a best of 5. Then the next time we played, it was a best of 7, and he beat me 7-0.
Happens. I played quite a bit with Harstem as well. I don't know. I don't want to share too many stories. No, Harstem is a great player, and he's a great guy. And yeah, I'm very curious to see how he's going to do.
North American Gauntlet is later today, folks. It's going to start at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. So North American players that are watching, come play. North American fans, please tune in. And really the last thing we can announce is that the second Season 4 qualifier begins tomorrow. Wow, how about that? So more great qualifier action. Head over to NASL.tv to sign up. Bishu, one of the big surprises from our first qualifier. Got to give another shout out to Glon, who played great, was in the final there against Bishu. It was very close if you haven't seen those games.
Mr. Nice Guy.
You should probably go check him out.
Trying to save some face over here, Ben.
A little bit. Guys, we're done for the day. Final words go to our sponsors: Epson Projectors, Azo Monitors, Kingston HyperX, GameMinder.
Most importantly, Ben, we are done for the day, but we're not really done yet, because today at 6 p.m. I want to say CET, but of course 6 p.m. Pacific, it's time for the Frodan and the Grad Tour.
Okay, thanks for announcing that again.
What?
I buy power PCs.
You didn't do that yet.
I did.
You didn't. You want to bet?
Can we rewind and play it again?
I'm just kidding. Sorry, man. I was distracted. I'm very distracted. I'm sorry, Ben. You do that to me like 20 times a cast, though, so don't put me on the spot right now and make it a big deal. Because next time you're going to say something I did say, I'm going to say, oh, well, thank you for pointing it out again, Ben. You know what? I'm done. Go for it.
We're going to call a meeting.
Close out this show.
Epson Projectors, Azo Monitors, Kingston HyperX, Solid State Drives, and RAM GameMinder, the smartphone app that you can pick up at handelabra.com. I buy power PCs, and of course Twitch TV, our streaming platform partner. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making what we do possible here at the North American Star League. We are done. See y'all tonight. What time, Kev?
I don't want to talk about it.
Who's going to be casting, Kev?
Hopefully you and someone who's as awful as you.
See ya.